The next song dedicated to my dad with God. It's Home by Alan Jackson. It's a small town down in Georgia over 40 years ago. Her maiden name was Music until she met that Jackson boy. Then they married young, like folks did when they didn't have a penny to their name. They believed the one you vowed to love should always stay the same, and the land his father gave him, a foundation underway, for land to last forever until their dying day. They built a bond that's strong enough to stand there to just a time, and a place for us to turn to when our lives are mine. And they made their house. They made a house from a tool shed. Granddaddy rolled out onto logs, and they built walls all around it, and they made that house a home. And they taught us about good living, and taught us the right from wrong. Lord, there'll never be another place in this world to go home. My mama raised my children, 4 girls and there was me, and she found her strength and prayed to God and love her family. She never had a social life. Home was all she knew, except at that time she took a job to pay a bill or two. And my daddy skinned his knuckles on the cars that he repaired. He never earned much money, but he gave all that he had, and never made a front page. But they did the best he could. Folks drove the cars for miles around, and let them look underneath the hood. And they made a house from a tool shed. Granddaddy rolled out in 2 legs, and they built it with walls around it, and they made it the house a home. And they taught us about good living, and taught us the right from wrong. And Lord, and they never been in another place. In this world they'll go home. And they're never in another place. In this world they call home.